Respected Principal in Charge, our Honorable Vice Principal Sir, C. T. Vilayathan Sir, Senior Most Teacher Subramanyam Sir, colleagues and dear students. Good morning to one and all. Firstly, I wish a happy National Science Day to one and all. As you all know, science, it's the symbol for treasure for knowledge. We all picturize science is something that which is related to only books. Science is there everywhere. From every object, from every phenomena, whatever we are learning, it is science. Regarding the science, India, the land of knowledge, since from the Vedic times, has given significant discoveries, significant phenomena explained since from the Vedic times. That's why we say that Vedas, the treasure for knowledge. There are so many examples which we can narrate for that. Varahamihira has done a great contribution to the field of science. Similarly, if you observe Sushruta, he has done a great contribution to the field of medicine. Like that, from the Vedas, from the Vedic scripts, we can get treasure of knowledge, which is the platform, which is the bridge for the present scientists to do those things in a better way. So, India, a true land for knowledge, has produced several scientists from the Vedic times. If you come to the recent times, there are so many well-known scientists. Among them, one is Sir C.V. Raman. Sir C.V. Raman has given a significant discovery which earned Nobel Prize for him, that is the C.V. Raman effect. This Raman effect has brought several changes, revolutionary things in the field of medicine, and which we are using very significantly for our medical field. In fact, before Sir C.V. Raman, India has been received the Nobel Prize under the name of Subramanya Chandrasekhar. Subramanya Chandrasekhar is also a physicist who got Nobel Prize in the field of astrophysics. And the relation between them is Chandrasekhar and C.V. Raman. They are like parent and uncle. Subramanya Chandrasekhar is the parental uncle for C.V. Raman. Both belongs to same family and both are the Nobel laureates. Both are the Nobel laureates. This is the important thing we have to understand. Both are the Nobel laureates. In that way, Indian scientists and Indian Vedic scripts has produced lot of knowledge and given the lot of knowledge to the world. To continue the same tempo, now Indian government has brought several changes, several reforms in order to make the students to think in the same lines. That's the reason why this year National Science Day has given a theme called Indigenous Technologies for Vikasit Bharat. Indigenous Technologies for Vikasit Bharat. What it means? It means that in order to glorify the India, we have to develop our own technologies. In this context, I want to say an important quote. Swadharmena nidanam sreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. Swadharmena nidanam sreyaha. What it means? Always, as it is given by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, this has a great impact even in the field of science. Swadharmena nidanam sreyaha. Always depend on your own technology. That's what the impact in science. Always depend on your own technology. Don't depend on other technologies for a longer time. This is the reason why Modi government has proposed Atmanirbhar Bharat. In the Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have to develop our own. We have to stand our own. The best proof for that, as the program was initiated long back, now we are enjoying the fruits of that Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that's why the theme for the Science Day is Indigenous Technologies for Vikasit Bharat. Yes, with all these things, we have to glorify the India. So, the best example for that, you take the launch of ISRO. Now, ISRO is one of the greatest institute in the world itself in launching the satellites. How it has taken place? Because of great scientists contributed towards the development of Indian science. Now, every country is seeing ISRO in what way they are getting the success, and that too, whenever a launch has taken place in any country, crores of rupees will be spent, but our ISRO people are launching the satellites within the minimum amount. Even if you observe once, our ISRO chairman Somnath has said the same thing. Whatever the amount the foreigner is spending for that, within 15 to 20% of the amount India is spending, and they are getting the success. How it is possible? Based on the development of Indian discoveries. That is, now ISRO is producing its own machinery for the launchings. Previously it was not like that. They are depending on other countries. Now cryogenic engines, all these things India is producing on its own. Similarly, one more institute is DRDO. DRDO is a very successful organization now in developing our own technologies. The best example, during the time of COVID, the entire world has faced a lot of problem regarding the ventilators, because in India we don't have sophisticated ventilators till then. But now DRDO has produced with minimum cost a better ventilator. Nowadays, if you observe, in every small towns, ventilator facility is available. Previously, it was only in metropolitan cities, that too only in certain hospitals. This is the development of Indian science. So, students, science doesn't mean that getting simply marks in the subject. Remember, science and success is a process. It's not only the product. Product comes later. It's just like the milestones. After reaching one milestone, you should not stop your thinking. You have to go ahead. For that, the simple example is Madame Curie. The greatness of Madame Curie, she earned Nobel Prize twice, not once. In field of physics once, and in the field of chemistry once. And whatever the money she got for the first Nobel Prize, she utilized for the working of the development or for the procuring the items which leads to the second discovery, for which she has been awarded with the second Nobel Prize. She sacrificed her entire life for the field of science. This is what the commitment. So students, don't restrict your thoughts. Come out with the flying thoughts. Transform your thoughts. Channelize your thoughts. Reform your ideas and perform the experiments. Transform, reform and perform. That is the secret for getting the success in the field of science. So students, take this as a better aspect, and this is the main motto for celebrating the Science Day. Science Day, why it is celebrating? To promote the field of science, to promote the thoughts of science. It's not for the sake of only getting the marks and seats. As long as you are in the field, you have to utilize the scientific principles and ideas throughout your life. When we can say that the science what you learned is a successful? When you are in a problematic situation, when you use the scientific principle to come out of that problematic situation, yes, that is the success of science. Success of science not in the name of marks. During the warfare situations, in what way you come out of that problematic situation using the scientific principle, that is a success of science. For example, swimming. When you are in the water, if you know the art of swim, yes, that is a success of your swimming, why you learn. Not simply getting the competitions, winning in the competitions of swimming. So students, as it's a process, use that scientific process and phenomena throughout your life for a better life and to come out from the problematic situations. That's the success of science, that much. Whether you got IIT NEET, that is secondary. In each and every footstep of your life, you have to use the science. That's the reason why we are celebrating this Science Day, to have that better idea. We have to take the decision, how better I can use the scientific principle for my life. If you go on thinking in that way, yes, the ultimate aim of science is that much. You have to feel physics, as I used to tell, yes, in each and every step, use the scientific principles. That is the reason why our former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri has given Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan. He used the word Jai Vignan. What it means? Yes, like a farmer, like a soldier, even the scientist is also very important for the development of a nation. And whatever the scientist will discover, again it will come back to the farmer, it will come back to the soldier. That's what the application of science. Whatever the scientific discoveries has taken place in the field of agriculture, once again came back to the farmer, which led to the Green Revolution. And whatever the scientific principles has developed, again it came back to the soldier. That's why mostly 30 to 40% of our budget, Indian budget, will go for the upliftment of our, so that means soldiers and the protection of our nation. That's what the impact of science. That's why Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan. So with this, I formally say Jai Hind. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity.